It was overcooked, it was tasteless, even the potatoes were cold and soggy.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Come Dine With Me fails.
Served in the authentic way.
Oh my God! Is this for real?
This is my friend Fluffy.
Have you borrowed him for tonight?
No, he's my pet.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the most disastrous dinners on this iconic cooking show. Let us know in the comments which dish would make you call for a taxi. Number 10, Tina's ingredients.
Little bit of sauce that I just popped in, but everything else was just all homemade.
It's as much about the food as it is about the host, which is why it was taken so badly when Tina revealed that almost all of her food was shop bought. Even the one thing she did try to make from scratch, the flatbreads, turned out worse than she would have liked, so she got some from a packet.
So you've added something to it?
No.
So it's just,
it's
jasmine
rice.
The ruse was uncovered when she was quizzed on exactly how she made everything and where she sourced the food from. Bizarrely, Tina defends herself by saying it was difficult to cook because she'd injured her foot.
From scratch today, made my own flatbreads.
Did you?
However, I just felt they were not up to scratch to serve you.
At least she made the pavlova herself, even if the curry was a failure. Number 9, Rob's Thai soup.
I'm pretty excited to see if my soup's flavours are infused and mellowed out a little bit, because it was a bit punchy earlier.
Competitive bodybuilder Rob decides to be ambitious and make Thai tom yum soup from scratch. Unfortunately, it's clear the recipe has taken a turn as soon as he opens the pot. The noodles have absorbed all of the actual soup, leaving a bowl of mushy pasta and chicken for them all to eat.
Janine, it's not like you to not voice your opinion straight away.
Rob can't even blag about it and say it's supposed to be that way because Janine has been to Thailand and recognises that this is a disaster. He gets some credit for trying something new and making it from scratch, but a cooking competition with a cash prize isn't the best place to experiment in the kitchen.
Like Thai food?
Yes, I do.
Have you actually ever eaten Thai food?
Yeah, just never made it before.
Clearly not.
Number 8, Cherry Cola Chicken Wings.
Cooked in cola? You sure? You sure about this?
That's what it says.
Sophie and Lucas theme their menu on how looks can be deceiving, and they do this by serving up the weirdest dishes possible, in the hope they'll still taste great once the guests tuck in. Though nothing they serve is remotely normal, the Cherry Cola Chicken Wings take the cake. Sweet chicken definitely isn't a bad idea and can be done well, but using cherry cola?
I'm actually really pleased because I think these are the best chicken wings that I've ever done.
And she doesn't stop there. She adds hot sauce and maple syrup to the mix before she throws the chicken in. They also cook a roly-poly with cheese, custard and bacon. If the menu wasn't gross enough already.
By the time I've dished that up to people, that's gonna look nice.
How?
Number 7, Natse's menu.
What seemed to be soup in the middle was more like a fish pie.
While serving up too little food is a surefire way to lose some points, it's not often guests are given way too much. Natse decided to change all that on her night by serving up outrageously huge portions of exotic meat.
All I'm saying is, people need to eat what they are given tonight.
Or else.
She starts with a thick fish soup with an entire shrimp on the side and an octopus on top, then moves to a Lion King themed main course. Simba didn't find his way onto the table, but rich cuts of kangaroo, zebra and alpaca did. Maybe if she'd served just one type of meat or smaller taster plates with the same variety, it would have gone down a little better.
I just couldn't eat it. I know she has a fetish for shoes, but I think we ate most of them this evening.
Number 6, naked sushi.
Served in the authentic way.
Oh my God!
Craig insists that serving up sushi rolls on the belly of an almost naked person is the traditional way it should be eaten, but it didn't go down well with the guests. Sushi is a bold dish to serve on the best of days, let alone if you abandon the plates in favour of a teenager brought in from the street.
Are you getting paid for this?
Hopefully.
Though they did eat some of the sushi rolls, the guests made no secret of how unpleasant the experience was in their talking heads. Even if you like sushi though, sweaty, hairy sushi rolls are enough to put you off for life.
I think that the man on the table with the body hair and the rice sticking in between the belly button, that's gonna put me off sushi for the rest of my life.
Number 5, Claire's steaks.
For my main, it's going to be steak. Just wondering how you'd like it all cooked.
Nothing goes right for Claire's main course. She decides to cook steak and asks the guests exactly how they like it. And just to be awkward, one of them decides they want theirs done blue. But even if everyone had wanted their steaks well done, it still wouldn't have gone well.
The big one is rare.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know.
After cooking her steaks in the oven, she moves them into the microwave to finish. Even the chips don't come out right, as she partially cooks them in the oven, then shoves them into her wok to fry them up, using her dirty oven glove instead of an actual utensil. After that, the chips are still underdone.
It was tasteless. Even the potatoes were cold and soggy.
Number 4, Iron Brew float.
And I'm afraid it's sinking, whatever it is.
Yeah, whoa, yeah, baby.
Ice cream floats are far more common in the US than the UK, though it's just one reason why this dessert goes so badly. In Glasgow, Brian and Victoria decide to put a Scottish twist on the dish by making it with Iron Brew, the country's favourite soft drink.
Basically what we have here, guys, is homemade ice cream float.
Yes.
It's not necessarily the Iron Brew that leads to disaster, however. The ice cream is far from frozen and sinks to the bottom of the glasses. What's served is a sloshy orange mess none of the guests know what to do with.
I think the ice cream was a fail, I'm not going to lie, because it sunk, it didn't float. But
It dissolved.
It
It didn't just sink, it dissolved.
Right, okay, Brian.
Unluckily for them, points aren't given for ambition. The entire night was a failure. Number 3, sausage trifle.
Don't you think that looks a sausage now?
Nope, not in the slightest.
Annie loves sausages, and she wants everybody to know. She makes her sausages from scratch, which is definitely impressive, but she doesn't know when to stop. The guests are already sick of sausages by the main course, but there's one last surprise for them, sausage trifle.
Oh my god, this looks gorgeous.
I think you need your eyes tested.
That's right, it's a trifle with jelly, cream and custard, and then some fresh sausages in there for good measure. The guests and viewers can't cope with the sight of a sausage in a trifle.
It's got sausages in it!
To their credit, they do actually taste it, but there are some flavours that should never go together.
Don't eat all your mouth.
Number 2, snake poo.
Claire's inviting a special guest.
Pets at the dinner table is never a good idea, no matter how big a part of your family your animal is. This is especially true if your pet is an exotic animal many people are frightened of, like Claire's pet corn snake, Fluffy. Claire lets the family snake out to roam across the table.
This is my friend Fluffy.
Have you borrowed him for tonight?
No, he's my pet.
Even if nobody was scared of snakes though, they can carry salmonella. So it's not advised to let one around your food. To make matters worse though, the snake ends up doing his business right there on the table.
He did it last week, he only generally does it about once a month. I'm really sorry.
The chaos doesn't stop once Fluffy leaves, however. Claire also ends up dropping all the plates on the floor. Number 1, lowest score ever.
I'm not being rude, but I've got to peel spuds, do the creme brulees, do the starters,
You've got
do the mains.
still got to do the creme brulees.
I've got loads to do. Listen, no pressure.
It's not entirely clear whether Lee knew he was taking part in a competition and needed to charm his guests to win, because he seems to go out of his way to host the worst night possible. He doesn't even start cooking until after the guests have already shown up, doing almost no prep during the day.
Personally, I think you're all
This means that all the food is served hours late. with the guests stuck in the living room having to make their own entertainment.
So tonight, Lee, I'm going to give you a 3, and I think I might have even been generous with that.
Maybe this could be forgiven if the food had actually been good, but it was awful. In the end, Lee walks home with a score of 7 out of 30, the lowest in the show's history.
Lee, you're lucky to even get a 1, let me tell you, boy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.